Well, initially I started out as a teacher, actually, a secondary school teacher. I taught science, and in the process of teaching science, I found that I liked climate, uh, energy management, and just general human resource development in that area. So I decided to focus on developing my aptitude and skills in that area. So for the last 4 years or so, most of my studies have been based on just looking at national climate development in terms of getting country and people uh, ready to change habits, change behaviors to ensure that the country is sustainable and that the country is climate resilient, particularly in the Caribbean. So at the end of my last set of studies, when I came back to St. Lucia, I actually stumbled upon this job opportunity. And thankfully, I knew some of the people in the field already. So I asked them about it, and they said, "Yeah, you should apply. It's a good way to expand professionally and learn some of the stuff I would not ordinarily know if I was outside of government." And I did apply. I got through, and I'm happy I did apply because I got an opportunity to work with economic development. I got an opportunity to work at the department, and I'm learning quite a lot in terms of how it looks, how climate resilience and climate mitigation looks from the government perspective, and some of the things that we need to consider moving forward. Some of the things people will not ordinarily think about, but persons working closely on the area within the government have to consider. And I'm learning quite a lot about the finance aspect of things, and quite a lot about the international relations and how that influences the development of St. Lucia, and why some things appear to take quite a long time to happen. The tendency is to blame government for things not happening, but actually, a lot of the international constraints that we have to develop ourselves to meet those constraints so things can happen in St. Lucia. And that's one of the things that I'm happy that I'm learning right now. Uh, so that's been my journey for the last, I would say, 3 or 4 years. And that's what's led me here. I'm quite thankful for it. Well, I can tell you that the project that we're currently working on, it's the second readiness project for St. Lucia. So pretty much these projects are geared towards ensuring that the government and civil society have the necessary guidelines to operate and implement projects in terms of adaptation, climate adaptation for St. Lucia. So that preparation occurs in stages. So the first stage was called the First Readiness Project, and pretty much it set the tone for. There was a lot of research being done as to what were the gaps and weaknesses within the government and civil society that prevented St. Lucia from accessing a lot of the finance that is necessary for us to implement projects. So that has been done. This second readiness project that we're working on is geared towards addressing those gaps and implementing procedures and implementing software and building capacity for people so that we can start moving towards developing projects for climate adaptation. So the immediate goal now for the second project is to get all the necessary consultations for St. Lucia so that we can now start developing our people within the government so that we can appropriately take advantage of some of the international benefits associated with climate finance, climate adaptation, climate mitigation. So the immediate goal right now is to just get all the expertise from both within and outside the country so that we could start developing capacity. Well, that's an interesting question, because the idea is that the NBA would be fully equipped to engage civil society, to engage the international community with regards to project development within St. Lucia, climate project development that's associated with climate adaptation. So I envision that the NDA would be in that position, and I envision within the end, by the end of the project, there would be a lot of publicity surrounding climate, just climate resilience. And I also envision quite a lot of participation from civil society. Even up until yesterday, we were having meetings talking about how we can engage people, not just well-established organizations, but persons who have ideas, useful ideas, but either cannot fund it or do not have access to capacity development to bring the ideas to fruition. So within the next, I would say, 12 to 16 months or so, the NDA will be fully equipped to help St. Lucia meet its climate resilience needs, and fully equipped to engage people at all levels to get everybody geared towards, making St. Lucia climate resilient. Quite interestingly, you know, um, I have science background, so a lot of the things that are happening around me, I look at it from that perspective. And I was commenting recently that St. Lucia is very hot, even hotter than it should be for this time of year, and somebody who was just passing who heard me and said, oh, it's climate change thing, just ordinary. And I was happy to see that people are aware that, yeah, this is a real issue, and the country isn't just hitting up by itself. There are things happening that's causing this. So we're hoping that that awareness grows and people take action.